Route 616, your home for all fans Marvel main continuity. Hello, buddy. Welcome back. It's been a while. Holy shit, it's a Dan.
Hi.
Yes,
We've raised the dead.
all three of us are here today. Finally back together again.
Our
We're
zombie special.
Dan the Deadhead.
I came here
We've
looking
raised
for
the dead,
brains.
and
Wasn't
it's
that
not
stupid?
just United's chance at a top 4 place this year.
No, 2028 is what.
Fuck you, I'm stealing that from you.
Yeah, the CEO said 2028.
That was to win. I was just saying a top 4 placement, because we're not getting that this year.
What top four? You think you're going to get top?
No, I don't think we're getting top 4, Dan. That was the joke.
Fighting for a top 10 at this point.
I was going to say, yeah, if you get a top 10, it'll be a miracle. If you don't win tomorrow, you're screwed.
As you can see, we're still here to fuck around at the beginning and not get right into the meat of it, because that's what we do. This is this podcast. And this is episode 86.
Dan's trying very hard to distract from Newcastle.
No, I did talk to him about it. I did say, honestly, if it wasn't for Newcastle, we wouldn't be in first place right now. We owe Newcastle a lot. Same with the Wolves. We owe them a lot. It was good of them to roll over and play dead. We taught them that trick, by the way. So, I'm good. I'm happy.
It's funny you didn't bury the Wolves as hard when we were off air, but you gave them some credit for fighting back.
Oh yeah, they did fight back. They bared their fangs and everything, and then said, "Roll over, play dead," and they did.
These guys in their hats. I can't.
Yeah, cool lids, eh? Why isn't yours red, Bill?
Talk it to the guy at the soccer shop. When I had to replace my hat, he only had the green ones.
Yeah, actually, that's better. I can't wear this in public. I'm scared what somebody will think.
Yeah, I'm actually happier to have the green one. My last one was unfortunately MAGA red, and I got a lot of dirty looks and shouted insults from trucks and stuff. And I'm like, what? I liked football before this color was tainted.
Yeah, I cannot wear this in public. I cannot do it. I will not do it. I do not want one person accidentally thinking it's something other than a Liverpool hat. So,
I did it anyway because I figure if you look for even a second, the badge is pretty obviously not text.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the same with this. I mean...
Yeah, you look at that for 1 second, you're not going to think that's...
a MAGA, but from a distance, all you see is a red ball cap.
Yeah.
Right, it's like, no, I'm not playing that game. Right, it's, I've got a Quebec Nordiques hat I can wear, so I'm good. What?
For the people of Ryan's generation, that's a former hockey team.
They're Colorado Avalanche now.
Yes, I know that, but...
I know that too, but...
Oh, did you?
Yes.
You know what hockey is?
Loosely.
It's what his team stops playing come the playoffs every season.
Yeah, about round 2.
Bold of you to assume they're ever going to get to round 2.
Well, yeah, that's right before. That's what I mean. Right around there.
Did they make round 2 this year? Just passed?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so they're built.
They either drop the ball right in round 1 or they make it to round 2 and immediately drop the ball then.
Yeah, croak.
I'm used to their MO of if they make the playoffs, they stretch out round 1 to 7 games and then immediately lose in the 7th game humiliatingly.
That's mostly what happens.
Yeah, usually they lose to Boston. So.
Oh, it's always Boston.
Yeah. So, but you know what, Ryan? If you're feeling nostalgic, fall is coming. You can go out with a rake and knock some leaves off the trees. It'll make you feel better just to listen to them fail as they fall dead on the ground. I
mean, you're in for a good season. The coach wants to play every game like it's Game 7.
Yeah, so you're going to go 0 for 82.
Yeah.
But ching.
Definitely could have fought that one out more.
No, Bill and I read the same memes.
I'm pretty sure you posted it to the group chat, and I blatantly stole it from there.
Yeah.
He did. Fucking flick his hat off his head.
Oh.
No one else was in the room. I had to do it to myself.
Yeah. That's okay. We got cool football hats. Ryan's got his
No cool hats.
Marilyn Manson hairdo.
Ryan's got vague success against City, so they may actually still be in the better place.
Well, I think you guys are in, 6th or 7th right now, so you're in a pretty good spot.
I haven't looked at the table after today's games. They were in 6th going into it. They might have moved up.
We popped up the 4th, I think, from today.
You know what? Let's find out, because this could prove to be interesting.
Live reaction.
I had just grabbed the...
I'm pretty sure I saw it earlier, and it was Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal,
Liverpool,
Newcastle,
City, Arsenal,
and then Aston Villa.
No, you're back down to 7th actually now. Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Villa, Fulham. Fulham got a big boost under beating Forest.
Yeah.
Brighton, Forest, Tottenham, and then we're still sitting in 11th.
It was Chelsea that I missed.
Yeah, Chelsea.
Well, that game hadn't happened yet, probably, when you looked at it. That was one of the late games.
Yeah. Can we talk about Cole Palmer for a fucking second? 4 friggin' goals in one game.
That is impressive.
That's ridiculous. That's crazy. I mean, it's brilliant. But, for any player to score 4 goals in a game, I mean, it's not like he was at Old Trafford. It's just incredible. Oh, it's an awful physical defect you got there, Bill.
I have a feeling it's going to develop a lot this year.
Yeah, you're going to work it out a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Coming into towards the end of the season, I'm just going to have like one burly finger that won't even go down anymore.
Hello, sir.
It's all right. I'm emotionally prepared for disappointment this season.
How would you like your coffee this morning, Bill? 1 sugar, 1 cream.
Well, I guess getting out of football a little bit. Have any of us watched anything interesting lately, or any other pop culture type?
Actually, I'm glad you asked, because I made the mistake of watching Borderlands, even though Moira warned me not to. Oh my god!
I've been waiting for this.
Oh my god! It was so bad. Worst castings I've ever seen in a friggin' film. I've seen Hollywood crank out some absolute stinkers, but this is the worst casting I've ever seen since Raise the Titanic back in the 70s. I've never seen a movie more poorly cast. Whoever ran the casting needs to just be laughed out of Hollywood. That was embarrassing.
I feel like no one, and bear in mind, I've only seen the preview because that was enough for me to realize to not watch the movie.
Yeah.
But I feel like everyone involved in that movie hadn't seen anything to do with Borderlands.
Well, I think it's a safe bet that most of them hadn't, but I from what I understand, and this could be wrong, but from what I understand, when Eli Roth took over to direct.
Oh, okay, there's the problem right there.
Yeah, apparently he's played Borderlands, like he understands the property to a point.
Yes, but he's Eli Roth.
Yeah, exactly. He's the worst choice for a director to begin with. Right?
No, not the worst. It could have been Weeball.
Tommy could have done a better job of this.
Yes, but there is, however you say his first name, Uwe Boll.
Uwe Boll, yeah.
Uwe, that's it.
Yeah, Uwe Boll. Yeah, he could have done a better job. He could have.
I don't believe that. I've seen too many of his video game adaptation movies.
Yeah, some of them pretty horrible. But it was just, oh my God, it was so bad. And no disrespect to Kate Blanchett, she's one of the best actresses of a generation, right? And she's a gorgeous woman. She's a great actress. She takes so much gravitas with her into any film she does.
That's part of the problem. Borderlands is not a property that should have that level of gravitas.
Bingo. Gina Gershon? Really? Gina Gershon playing Moxie? What the hell were they smoking? The only casting that was even remotely appropriate was Ariana Greenblatt as Tiny Tina.
Yeah, she seemed all right.
She did okay, but again, you could tell she was working with cardboard. Right? There was
None of
nothing.
the others wanted to be there, so you can only do so much with that.
And what idiot cast Kevin Hart? How did that happen?
Yeah, that was the character that should have gravitas.
Let's just pull in a stand-up comedian that's 2 feet shorter than the actual character. Right? No, again, no disrespect meant to Kevin Hart, although he doesn't deserve respect to begin with, from what I hear. But
yeah, not a fan of Kevin Hart.
No, not after what I just found out. No.
Oh, you found out something new?
I don't know what
he's
we're
up to
talking
his.
about now.
Apparently, he's up to his elbows in this Diddy thing.
Oh fuck!
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I hadn't heard that. I just didn't like his acting or his stand-up.
Well, no, I've never found him funny. Be honest, on a personal level. But I don't find Ron James funny either. So
I think I've always thought the only reason people find Kevin Hart funny is because he sounds like Mickey Mouse has been huffing helium.
I suppose that's fair. Yeah, that works. Yep.
Like, he's got a funny voice, and I think that's the only reason people enjoy him.
Yeah, but anyway, so Borderlands was just a horrifying disaster. God, how to screw up a video game movie in one easy lesson, right? Just, they didn't do anything right. Every decision they made was the wrong one.
It stings extra.
The Minecraft movie with Jack Black actually looks better. And that's a bad sign, because Minecraft doesn't have a fucking plot.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't even want to think about Minecraft.
I mean, that movie's made for 6-year-olds, so
it looks like
I'm not
shit.
the target audience. I'm gonna think it's shitty, even if it works, but I don't see it working.
I love
it's gonna
Minecraft,
make a ton of money
like
because kids are gonna go to it. But
yeah, but I mean, there have been moments where fans have been horribly wrong. Ben Affleck is Batman. We all thought it was a bad idea. It turned out to be one of the best ideas they've ever had. Like, there have been moments where
I don't have a problem with the casting in Minecraft, but I assume we're back on Borderlands.
But Chris Pratt playing Mario in the Super Mario Brothers movie, right? These were decisions where you looked at it and went, wow, what were they smoking? And then turns around, he's brilliant. But at no point are you going to sit there, look at Kevin Hart and go, hey, let's cast him.
Yeah, the closest you get with Kevin Hart is it wasn't as awful as I thought it would be. And even that's rare.
That's incredibly rare. But anyway, I'm assuming you've both seen Godzilla -1 by now.
Oh, of course.
No.
Also, of course.
Oh, God. Really? Are we back to that already? Really?
I had quite a few movies I had watched in a row a while back, and now I don't remember any of them.
Well,
that's all right. None of them were probably good.
Yeah, we know your taste. None of them would have been worth remembering. We know
you were on like Sleepaway Camp 5 or something.
Last time we talked, you were doing your Sleepaway Camp marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have one more to watch.
And this is what you choose instead of Godzilla -1.
I've put it off because I actually legitimately hate the last one, but
you know what?
Hey,
I don't blame anyone for stopping watching this podcast now and never coming back with the fact that Ryan's voluntarily choosing to watch a self-admitted hated Sleepaway Camp sequel that they've seen before.
Yes.
Instead of one of the best movies of the last year.
Yeah.
Not just monster movie, not horror movie. Plain.
I mean, I watched Jeepers Creepers 2 as well. That was the other thing I watched.
Oh, there you go. That makes it all better.
Oh, I mean, there was other stuff I watched before that I don't remember.
How fucking high are you?
Not enough.
Oh my God! Have you seen Prey? Have you seen the Prey, the Predator movie Prey?
Yeah, we've talked about that. I've seen.
Okay,
that.
I'm just checking. I
still
think that was really good. No, I'm just making sure. All right. Have you seen anything that's come out in the last 10 years that's actually worth watching? Or has it all been Disney crap and failed franchises.
I wish I could remember what I've watched recently, because there was some good stuff in there.
If you say see no evil, I swear to fuck.
No, I didn't even want to bring that up. I wasn't even going to bring that up.
Yeah. Oh my god, my brain hurts. My brain just hurts. Still haven't watched Clockwork Orange either, have you?
No.
Bill?
I'm not sure they're able to handle the mature themes of that.
Crash his head. Bill's processing that one, okay.
I'm not sure they're able to handle the mature themes of Clockwork Orange. We might want to settle for something easier, like My Little Pony.
Where the Wild Things Are.
Well,
it's too involved.
I'm looking at what I've been watching, and I had finished The Boys season 3, so I'm getting caught up in that stuff. I started the new Batman animated show, Cape Crusader. That's actually pretty good so far.
Okay, so your taste in television isn't awful. This doesn't help with the movies.
No,
I've always been a bigger fan of television, so it makes sense. I mean, the Mr. McMahon documentary I, of course, watched.
The who?
Mr. McMahon. He's the guy who created
If Diddy ran a wrestling company.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I got you.
I started the Monsters season 2, the Menendez story. I only watched one episode so far, though, because it didn't hook me as much as the Dahmer one. Yeah, those are the only things I can remember just by looking at my stuff right now.
You know, I'd bury you, but you're doing a pretty good job of doing it to yourself.
Yeah, it's there's nothing I can say I haven't said 1,000 times. There's just not. With all the incredible shows up there, this is what you choose to run with.
Yeah.
You gave us hope with The Boys and Batman, the new animated Batman.
Yeah, I did have hope when I heard The Boys. When I heard The Boys, I was thinking, oh, hey, look.
The Boys
baby
is great.
boy's finally
it's one of my
up.
favorite shows. It's great. I'm watching The Boys Diabolical, the animated shorts as well.
Talk about a series that exceeds its source material.
Yeah.
I mean,
The Boys comic sucks.
I don't know what else. I guess I could look at my Disney Plus tab. I watched Deadpool 2 again, which I've seen 3 times now or something. Still love it, even though I can see why people objectively have issues with it.
Because it's bad?
No.
Yes.
No. It's
yes.
No.
Yeah, it's bad. All of the charm of the first one completely gone.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they had to start running into pee jokes and poop jokes and things like that, just to keep it going.
X-Men Dark Phoenix was on the list. I got that watched finally. That was a movie that exists that I'll never watch again, but wasn't as offensive.
You are aware we're not doing a movie watch order podcast. You don't have to watch the shitty stuff.
Yeah, we're not forcing you to do this. Although we could do a podcast about the X-Men movies.
No.
If you
wanted I'm not rewatching Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix for that. I watched them before people knew they were shit, when there was hope.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, I guess I watched in the last few months. So,
which one?
The original.
Okay.
I started my Disney watch review.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched The Acolyte yet, the new Star Wars. I've heard it's not that good.
I still have to catch up on Mandalorian.
The only people I've heard say it's not that good are the sort of people whose opinion I don't trust on the show.
Yeah, well,
I haven't. From what I've seen from like general audiences that don't make a living off of hating modern Disney products, it's pretty good.
The Acolyte?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll find out because I am going to try it, see what it's like.
We'll find out. I've accepted a few years ago that I don't actually like Star Wars, so I haven't even tried it.
I've seen a lot of hatred for it, but I've also seen people say it's fine and gets better as it goes. It's not like great for the first, like episode 2's terrible apparently.
It's not going to be an Andor, but it's a lot better, and I think it gets mainstream credit for being, is what I've seen.
There was quite a few people disappointed that it didn't get season 2 because apparently they leave it on a hook. Like they leave it open.
Yeah, they got a pretty massive petition in to bring it back.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how that plays out.
I don't think it's going to change because Disney doesn't care what a petition says.
No, it doesn't. It's all about the
Disney
money.
got scared by the bad press, which they've started running from just in general.
Yeah, well,
so I don't think they're going to bring back the Acolyte because it's got the tarnish now of being woke, and I don't think they want that on their product.
Yeah, well, they got burnt pretty hard in this whole Snow White routine, the live action ones. So
maybe they should stop making shitty live action remakes of classic movies.
They just picked the wrong actress.
None of them are fucking good.
That's all it was.
Even when they cast a good actress, the remakes aren't good. They picked the wrong actress, but that wouldn't have saved Snow White. It would have just shut up the racists.
True. Yeah, no, by wrong actress, I mean this girl's got the personality of a sloat.
Oh yeah, when I was agreeing she was the wrong actress, I also was not referring to her not being white enough for the role. It was that she sucks as an actress.
Oh, she sucks as a human being. She's just reprehensible.
I'm a pro wrestling fan and a heavy metal fan, so I try to avoid learning about people as humans because it's inevitably disappointing.
Yeah, and in this case, it was very disappointing. She's loud, she's arrogant, she's egotistical. You know, she's got a
that's way less bad than I expected. Because as previously established, with the genres I get my entertainment from, if that's as bad as someone is, that's pretty good. There was no being a Nazi or committing a hate crime anywhere in there.
No, I just I'd guess her base IQ is probably about 60, 65. She's not.
Then she should be perfect for a Disney role.
No, she's an idiot.
She's like right in line with their target audience. The sort of people that have a Disney Plus tab.
Well, it's not. She's not like. Yeah. No, but nobody we know is
still trying desperately to cling to the target. Well, I'm just roasting Ryan.
I was waiting for you to get there.
Phil, nobody's dumb enough to buy a Disney Plus. Okay, nobody we know would be that stupid. Right, Ryan?
Right, Ryan?
Ryan?
Your camera's jiggling a lot there, and I think your sound cut out.
Oh, Ryan.
Can you hear us? To the comics.
Can you hear us? Are you still subscribing to Disney Plus?
Well, yes.
Oh, dear God. Okay. Let's get to the comics because there's nowhere this is going to go that's going to be good.
How else would I do my Criminal Minds rewatch?
Oh, dear God. With all the good shows out there, you got to rewatch that.
Well, first thing you would do is delete Criminal Minds off that notepad you're keeping and write in The Mentalist.
Please, Mentalist. Don't rewatch something you've already seen. Watch something new that you'll enjoy.
Travis had a watch order and it got me going.
Yeah, but you've already seen those. Watch something you haven't seen.
Yeah, but it's like I talked to Bill earlier about our wrestling. I needed the raw ratings.
And I was roasting you for doing the wrestling too. You were suffering through one of the worst shows recorded that you knew was bad. I at least was coming in blind when I found out how terrible it was.
Oh God, let's do the comics before this gets out of hand.
Today
Please.
we've got Dan's favorite mix for our comics. We've got Captain America and Nick Fury.
There's no Spider-Man in here. We haven't hit peak Dan.
Okay. Yeah. There's no Spider-Man, so I'll get through it alive.
Yeah. And to start us off, we will go to Tales of Suspense number 78 B story. This story
Brought
is
to you
titled
by TNA Weekly Pay-Per-View number 20.
This one is titled Them. And we've got, of course, Stanley writing this. Jack Kirby's on art. Inks by Frank Giacola. Those two did the cover. Artie Simic on letters. Released in April 1966. This is a 10-page story, and I will take this one. Captain America's training in the Avengers Mansion is interrupted by the arrival of Nick Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. Fury has arrived to show Cap a miniaturized brain that S.H.I.E.L.D. had taken from enemies, the organization known as Them. As Fury briefs Captain America on the possibility that Them would be able to create an artificial man, they are attacked by just such a creature when it phases through the wall of Avengers Mansion. Battling the artificial man, they find that it utilizes different chemicals as weapons and works together to defeat it. When Fury is able to drop down the when Fury is able to knock down the artificial man's mouth, causing it to pass out. That is a broken sentence. However, before
I
they
think
can
it's
do
technically correct for just peak 60s comic bullshittery.
yeah, it's just yeah. However, before they can do anything else, the artificial man then self-destructs because, of course, leaving no evidence behind. After the encounter, Captain America explains that he'd been trying to contact Fury for some time to join up S.H.I.E.L.D., but decides against making his offer again because he has made a commitment to the Avengers. Fury, however, leaves Captain America a S.H.I.E.L.D. A1 priority card should he ever need S.H.I.E.L.D's help in a future mission. And that's the end of that synopsis.
Riveting. I couldn't tear myself away.
Probably the weakest comic we're covering today, if I'm being...
It was fine.
It was readable. It was more fun reading it than it sounds. It's heavy on the action. The art's Kirby's art is good on Captain America, so...
Yeah, Kirby's always drawn Captain America well. And the A1 priority card is actually really important.
I mean, this is important because it does establish that, but besides that, not much happens.
Is that the one where you get like 10 CDs for 1 cent?
No, it gives you unlimited steak sauce.
Oh, sweet.
I was going to make a steak joke.
Well, I'll take the House of Pancakes card, though, instead, actually.
But no, this one was fine. I gave it 3 stars. Nothing really happens here, but in retrospect, it's more important than it seems when you're reading it at the time.
I gave this 3. Pretty easily.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable comic despite
the
stupid synopsis sounding. Or stupid sounding synopsis.
Yeah. Well, you just spoke like that person wrote it, so that's okay.
He's doing his workout again.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Getting the reps in.
He may get more reps in tomorrow.
One can only hope. Let's move.
Oh,
that's a steaming pile of hotspur, that is.
Yeah.
Let's move forward to Tales of Suspense number 79 B story. This one's titled The Red Skull Lives. So already this is more interesting than the last one. We've got Stan Lee writing this bad boy, Jack Kirby on art, Frank Giacola, so the exact same team really, even Artie Simic's back on letters. We've got April 1966 release date. Wasn't that the last issue as well, or am I tripping? No, it was. So they had 2 in a month? That doesn't make sense. Whatever. 10-page story, and I will also take this one away. This one is longer, so
I would guess that it was a weirdly paced April, so it was like 5 release
might have been a
days
fight.
fell in 1 month.
It was probably a 5-week month. That's probably what happened,
Yeah.
We find Captain America battling a group of costumed soldiers on the street of New York, trying to stop them from getting away. Unfortunately for Cap, nobody sees the soldiers but himself, and it's this one. And they manage to get away, leaving the crowd to think that Cap has gone crazy. They are gaslighting Captain America, one might say. This is far from the truth, as it turns out that the soldiers are operatives of the Red Skull, who were using a hypno helmet to make them appear invisible to everyone but Captain America in an attempt to turn the public against Cap. The operatives radio back to the Red Skull's base that the mission was a success, and he and his 2 loyal aides, in brackets Wolfgang Brenner and Horst Litterer, not important names, so don't worry, recount how they survived their last encounter with the captain at the end of World War II. As the bunkers they were in collapsed around them, support beams prevented them from being crushed, by releasing an experimental gas that kept them in suspended animation. They were recovered and revived by the mysterious group Them, later identified as the scientists of A.I.M. Spoiler alert, but we already spoiled that last episode anyway, so that's fine. Not that Dan was here. By the way, Them is A.I.M, Dan, just to let you know. In appreciation for being recovered and revived, the Red Skull and his men agreed to cooperate in the destruction of Captain America. The 3 men reviewed their plan to continue their attacks with the hypno helmet in an effort to make the public distrust Cap and to make Cap question his own sanity. Meanwhile, Captain America has sought the help of a psychiatrist when he is attacked once again by the Skull's men, whom the Doctor cannot see. The Doctor blames Cap for going berserk and destroying his office, but Cap is convinced by the second fight that he is not hallucinating and goes to get help. While the Skull prepares Horst for the 3rd phase of his plan, the scientists of A.I.M brief Count Royale, first appearance alert, on his mission to kill Colonel Fury.
Yeah, Count Royale actually is fairly important for the next little while. He's not like a major character overall, but he's important for the next year or so of Marvel Comics.
Yeah, he's important to this overarching story with A.I.M. And that's about it, because he only has like 6 appearances total. So.
Yeah, but he shapes a bunch of stuff in other comics, so he's more important than 6 appearances indicates.
Yeah. When he notices that they've just finished constructing a mysterious device called the Cosmic Cube, also first appearance and important.
And completely retconned. Because the Cosmic Cube is eventually not an A.I.M construction.
Yes.
A.I.M used it, but it's not something they made.
Hypnotizing everyone in the area, including Cap this time, Horst is to frame him for murder. Just as he tries to pull the trigger, he is overpowered by Cap, who had prepared for hypnosis by having a hypnotic wave jamming circuit hidden beneath the A on his head mask by the scientists of S.H.I.E.L.D. who were trained by Tony Stark. Which is a pretty funny moment, I thought.
He just knows Tony. He could have just got Tony to do it himself.
Well, I just thought
they're really trying to push the S.H.I.E.L.D. connection right now.
Yeah, well, I just thought it was funny when he pulled the A off his mask and to reveal the circuits.
That was peak 60s comics.
It was pretty incredible. In shock and disbelief of his defeat, Horst explains that he was assured that the Red Skull's plan would succeed. When Cap finds out that his arch-nemesis has returned, he believes it is his destiny to stop the Red Skull. And that's where this one ends.
Oh, thank God for that.
So, main story-wise, I hate this one the most out of everything we're covering today.
Yeah.
Okay.
This I think this objectively has the weakest arc to it, but
I really didn't enjoy the story about the invisible guys hypnotizing everyone so they could attack Captain America. That was stupid, and it was solved with Deus Ex Machina. But all the stuff that goes on in the background that seems unimportant here
is the actual important stuff.
Yeah, that's what made this comic good, because this is a level of integration between comic titles that we haven't seen up to this point in the order.
This had more substance than the last one, but this one was a bit too goofy at times. But I landed on a 3 for this as well.
I did too. The background stuff and the integration, like introducing Count Royale here when he's solely positioned as a Nick Fury villain, is actually a pretty daring choice.
Yeah. And we'll talk about it more later in the episode, but I will admit now that Count Royale's actually a pretty good character for what they're doing.
Oh yeah, he's actually a great villain for what they use him
It's
for.
kind of shocking that he has so few appearances, but is so...
I'm pretty sure there's a reason for that, but I'm not going to go into that here because you haven't read those comics yet, and it's been a long time since I've read those, so I'm not sure I'm remembering correctly.
You probably are, but anyways. Yeah, let's move on to
rapidly.
Tales of Suspense number... Oh, Dan, aren't you glad to be back? But anyway.
Oh, boy.
Tales of Suspense number...
Fuck.
So...
Just take a knife and just drive it right there. It's the only way to kill a zombie.
Tales of Suspense number 80B story titled He Who Holds the Cosmic Cube.
Yeah. Which would be the first Infinity Stone, isn't it? Or some stupid thing? Okay.
It's effectively the Tesseract from the movies.
Okay. See? Here we go. You ready?
Yes, the bluefin that Loki... That's the equivalent.
Yeah.
Stanley wrote...
Wait
Jack
for it.
Jack Kirby. What am I waiting for? What are you doing?
He's going to see how long he can keep you waiting for it so he doesn't have to talk about this comic.
I really don't want to do this.
Jack Kirby did the art. Inks by Don Heck.
Why do you hate me?
They did the cover. Artie Simmicone letters. May 1966 release date. 10-page story. And Dan will take this one away. Funnily enough, this is the best comic of today. And Dan gets to cover it.
I was 4 years old when this fucking thing came out. Okay? John F. Kennedy had only been dead for a year.
I refuse to believe that.
Well, actually, that's fair. John F. Kennedy's still alive, yes.
This is also the source of the worm in RFK's brain.
You asshole.
You guys, what would you do without me? Really?
Hear less complaints about the comics we're covering?
Not record very much.
Yeah, that's fair. Are we ready?
Sure.
Shut up, you faces. Okay? I'm a talking. Seeing an airplane explode.
All right, Nunzio.
Oh, that's cold. Its escape capsule crashed into New York Harbor. Captain America springs to the rescue to find that the pilot is a member of A.I.M. Whatever the fuck A.I.M. is.
Advanced Idea Mechanics, actually.
Oh, he's a member of Elon Musk's personal hygiene team.
Pretty much. Pretty much. They might as well be Tesla.
Okay. On the brink of death, the agent tells Captain America that they had created the cosmic cube and they were betrayed by the Red Skull. Well, this isn't in line with the films.
I take it back.
What's going on here? Real Marvel fans would know better, guys, because I thought all the films, every one of them. Meanwhile, we find that the Skull has begun taking control of various key members of A.I.M. with neural devices in order to obtain the cosmic cube for his own use. What a villain. Tracking the Skull to A.I.M.'s island base. Why would you do this on an island where you can't get help if you need it? I mean, seriously. How dumb are these people?
They're led by MODOK, so...
Oh, he's the big talking head?
Yes.
Had a bunch of hits in the 80s? Okay.
I mean, not yet.
Cap arrives too late to stop the A.I.M. agent under the Skull's control from handing the cube over to his arch foe and granting him the power to change reality. Is this the reality stone?
Yes.
Is that what's going on here? Oh, that's so cool. I'm done. That was it. Just in case you were curious. Let me guess, you both gave it a 3.
No, I gave it a 4, actually.
You twat.
This is great.
If you feel better, Dan, I gave it a 3. I'm always underwhelmed by Cosmic Cube stories.
This was the best comic of the day, I thought. Of the week, whatever.
It's about an ice cube.
It probably was. I just enjoyed the Cosmic Cube stories less than most people.
Yeah.
Every time I see one of those arcs come up, I'm just like, oh, gotta get through this.
Well, this is my first one, so I don't have the...
Oh, when it was my first one, I had that experience too. I don't know. I don't like the Reality Stone as an...
It's kind of like the Saturday podcast. Oh, I just got to get through this.
You'll be dead soon. You can get out of it then.
You guys are so hard to bait this week. I don't understand.
It used to be the Friday podcast. So.
It's almost like I was always here. Yeah.
Well, you only missed like 3 episodes or something, so it's not that...
Yeah,
With Ryan's scheduling, you basically always were.
Okay. Cool. Do we want to go right snapping into the next one?
Sure.
Yeah, I actually don't have a lot of commentary on that one. It's basically setting up this one, so...
I don't have a lot of commentary on any of these comics. I'm just hoping that we fill the time.
Well, hang on to your hats, kids, because this one's...
We've filled 42 minutes so far, so I think we're doing all right.
Yeah, we're good.
This is 4 paragraphs.
Tales of Suspense number 81B story. This one's titled The Red Skull Supreme. We've got the exact same team minus Frank Giacola returns in place of Don Heck. This is an Iron Man cover, so Gene Colan and Jack Abel did the cover. Already some stolen letters. June 1966 release date, 10-page story, and time for Dan to have more fun.
Gene Colan pulled this out of his ass, did he? Okay. Synopsis for The Red Skull Supreme. The Red Skull now has in his possession the Cosmic Cube, a device created by A.I.M that would allow its users to shape reality to their whims. And the only person to stop the Skull from using it is his arch nemesis, Captain America. Cap's first attack is easily defended, and the Skull tells Cap how, after he destroys his old foe, he will use the cube to make the entire human race his slave and then root out the weak in order to create the army of the strongest people on the planet to launch war against the rest of the universe.
And this is where the problems with the Cosmic Cube already show their head.
I don't know. This is starting to get good. Kind of enjoying this. The Skull then creates a humanoid out of the island's very soil, sends it to attack Captain America. So it's Soil Man? Do we have to change his diaper all the time? It was a dirty joke.
You complained about Deadpool too.
I'm sorry, I'll keep this grounded.
The comment... Oh, fuck off. The comedy writing in Deadpool 2 was better than this shit.
Oh, come on. Not really, no. It really wasn't. It attacks Captain America until he grows tired and sends the creature into limbo. When he's about to do the same thing to Captain America himself, the Cap tricks Skull into sparing him by convincing him that the greatest victory would have his greatest foe humbled and subservient to nobody but the Skull. God, what a sentence. Finding this appealing, the Skull accepts and then creates himself a suit of knightly armor to match his perceived destiny to be the king of the world. When knighting Captain America, Cap uses it as a perfect opportunity to catch the Skull off guard and knock the cube out of his grasp. During their fight to get the cube back, the Skull uses it to try and destroy Cap by tearing the island apart. However, in the scuffle, Cap manages to knock the cube out of Skull's hand again, making it lost at sea, and the Skull falls in right after it, the weight of his armor dragging him to the ocean floor. Cap survives the experience, presuming that the Skull had died. As for the cube, it is lost at the bottom of the ocean.
Because there's no one
Cue
dangerous
David
down there who
Attenborough.
should absolutely not have access to the reality stone.
Yeah, cue David Attenborough. And here at the bottom of the ocean, there's this wonderful, wonderful little square cube.
And that was the last time we ever saw the Red Skull. Funny how that works.
We wish.
The main antagonist of Marvel is now Namor, having found the cosmic cube on the bottom of the ocean.
There you go. That was painful.
This one shows its head in the issue with the cosmic cube, in that it's something so powerful in bases they don't know how to write it in an intriguing way without making the villain look like an idiot.
Yeah, this hits to the core of exactly why I don't like cosmic cube stories. They've brought it back, like, I think 3 or 4 times to where I am in the main order. In Captain America every time. So we've got a...
Well, that's the problem right there, too.
Yes, that is actually part of the problem, because Captain America, even once they bite the bullet and give him actual superpowers instead of just being an incredibly athletic human, is still one of the lower powered Marvel heroes. And he's up against this cosmic force that should give someone like Captain Marvel a hard time. And so the only way he can win is that whatever villain, and it's always Red Skull up to where I've read, but whatever villain possesses the cosmic cube has to be a just absolute dumbass, because if they're remotely smart, it's impossible for Captain America to win.
Spoiler alert, it's Red Skull a lot of the time. That's his baby.
It's been Red Skull every time I've read it, but I'm just allowing for other villains to possess the cube and it not being better.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense for Cap to play the Skull's ego and all that stuff like this, but when that's what happens every single time, it becomes a bin of, well, Red Skull's just an idiot at this point.
And my problem isn't him playing Red Skull's ego. I like that. It's that he just kicks the cube out of Red Skull's hand. Like, once you've attained the power of the reality stone, you should take steps to ensure you keep it. Like, you should have melded it into the armor or something so that it's not just right there for Cap to take.
You give it to Iron Man. You could use it to power his suit.
It would be better, and he wouldn't be plugging in every single story when they need drama.
Yeah, think what you'd save on D-cells.
I'm so glad he eventually made his suit kinetically powered so that he wasn't constantly having to plug in.
But yeah, this one wasn't as good as the last one. I gave it a 3.
I also went 3. Like, it's a fine story. The trope isn't overused yet here. And I tried to avoid punishing the story for telling a story that I just personally don't want to read, and tried to rate it more on the objective quality of it. Because it's not fair to punish it because I don't like the cosmic cube as an idea. Or I don't like the fact that Rick Jones is in it or something. That seems unfair. Not that Rick Jones was in this one, but it's just another one where I immediately am inclined to rate it lower because I don't like plot elements.
Well, I guess on this note, we'll just move on forward and get to our Strange Tales portion of the episode. Starting with Strange Tales number 146A story. This one is titled When the Unleavened Strike. Stan Lee writing this, Don Heck and Jack Kirby on art, supposedly. I don't know if that's true. I guess it probably is. Mike Esposito on inks. Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko did the cover. This is the last Doctor Strange of Ditko, so this was a strange cover. And we got letters by Sam Rosen, April 1966 release date, 12-page story, and Bill will take this one away.
All right. Using a huge swamp buggy, Fury and his men have tracked the vehicle to a murky, insect-infested swamp. They ward off an attack by a squad of amphibian androids. Meanwhile, aboard the helicarrier, Count Bernang Royal, the top representative of A.I.M, Advanced Idea Mechanics, a society of the greatest intellects on Earth, is offended by the heavy-handed security treatment he's given by Fury's men. In the underwater lab, the hooded scientists speak of being geniuses and being worthy of them. Fury uses a sonic vibrator. I'll pause for giggling. To blast into the base through the back door, but is trapped between two walls of electric energy waves. He tells the baddies he set pint-sized fission bombs to blow up the base, causing a stalemate as the hooded types feel they are too valuable to sacrifice themselves. But a group of hammer-hand androids have gotten loose because of the vibrations and stampede the evil scientists to death, smashing the electric barrier in the process. Royale tells the SHIELD board of directors he's come to offer them their services and technology, but he feels he cannot do so while being answerable to men with such a lack of intelligence and overinflated ego as Nick Fury. Fury and his men polish off the androids. Surveying the lab, Fury realizes they're no penny ante outfit and compares them to the Nazis as well as to Hydra. He also realizes, because of the geniuses, that he's heard of another group of scientists who create and sell ideas, Advanced Idea Mechanics. And that's the end of that one.
Wow. That was riveting.
This is another one where the the main plot, isn't that good. But the background stuff is really interesting. Because at this point, S.H.I.E.L.D. has smashed up numerous bases of these organizations. It's not that exciting to see the same sort of thing. They have some new technological gadget they bust in, then they fight with people for 6 pages. Or in this case, androids, but it's effectively the same thing.
It's also, the androids suck, by the way. And it's also that the character interactions that carry, too.
Yeah, Stan Lee's never been the best at writing good character interaction. Because he wants to get like a flippant line from everyone, and he's not as funny as he thinks he is.
Yeah.
But the background stuff with Royale on the helicarrier, positioning himself as the authority in the background, and the reveal on the last page that Royale actually works for the villain, which if you're not reading Captain America, would be a complete twist, is pretty good. I mean, it was kind of blown to us reading through because we know what A.I.M looked like. And so it was really obvious as soon as you got in there that, hey, them are wearing A.I.M costumes. And of course, with the Order, we've already been spoiled in Cap, but there's not really a way to tell that without spoiling something.
Yeah.
But are you really spoiling it? Does anybody really care?
Presumably the people buying this comic into time.
Maybe.
Yeah, I gave this one 3 stars.
Same here.
Me too.
Thanks for joining, Dan.
You missed me. Admit it.
On that note, we'll head to our last comic of the day, Strange Tales number 147A story. This one's titled The Enemy Within. We have...
Hope they didn't use the sonic vibrator to get within.
We've got Dick Ayers joins the team on inks here, and that's the only change, I think. Sam Rosen's on letters, May 1966 release date. 12-page story, and Bill will also take this one.
Oh, well, I was going to make a joke of giving like a super brief summary of this just to get rid of Dan, but the actual summary, super brief. A general irritated by S.H.I.E.L.'s seemingly excessive security measures explains to Fury how A.I.M has technology they desperately need, but refuses to do business as long as Fury's in charge. This, of course, only confirms Fury's earlier suspicion that A.I.M is not on the up and up as they claim. Sure enough, Royale has returned to an A.I.M observation point and watches as his squad invades the S.H.I.E.L.D. barbershop. Fury, Dum-Dum, and Jasper save the day.
Oh, that's it.
I told you this one's brief, but I mean it is like mostly a fight issue.
A fight or flight?
This is fun. They gave it 3 stars. It's more fun than it sounds.
Yeah, the fight is actually entertaining. It's just like not much happens here.
One thing I've skipped over so far is I'm enjoying the character of Jasper Sitwell.
Oh, Jasper's one of my favorite characters early on. I don't think he really won me over here, but he goes on to be like Tony Stark's personal bodyguard for a while, and he ends up pissing off Tony by being so straight-laced.
This is the comic where Dum Dum has the metal helmet under his hat.
Oh, that
I sent in the group chat.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which was another incredible Captain America-esque a moment.
Yeah. I mean, we're still in the Silver Age. It's still common to just whip up some Deus Ex Machina to get them out of whatever trouble they've wrote themselves into.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I tend to just roll with that as a thing of the times.
Yeah.
It's still a hell of a lot better than Golden Age superhero stories, because at least the status quo is advancing here.
It's charming sometimes.
Yeah, no, the Dum Dum one was actually kind of funny.
Well, at least you can justify the Dum Dum one by it making enough sense by them being a spy organization and everything.
Yeah, it was dumb spy gear. They were trying to go for like a Bond-esque moment, and Stan's just not that smart, but it was largely inoffensive.
Yeah. Yeah, that was this week's comics. There's not much to say. We're in a bit of an overarching story right now.
Yeah.
And
I think that was the biggest thing that I got out of these reading through them, is it's like the most integrated comics had been up to this point.
Oh, yeah. For sure. These are really crossing over at the moment with this A.I.M story. Okay.
There's this A.I.M story, and then there's also the crossovers between Hulk, Namor, and Iron Man going on at the same time.
Yeah. Where we were tricked into having a Iron Man issue of Namor.
Yeah.
You missed that, Dan.
Darn. Yeah.
Yeah, Namor was actually Iron Man for a month. It was crazy.
Okay.
Not in the way that it sounds with that sentence, but still. I guess before we go any further, I'll reveal what we're covering next week. We still have some Strange Tales to cover to open up next week with 2 more. So 148 and 149A stories will begin the episode. And then we are going to do 5 Tales to Astonish stories with the A story of 84, B story of 84, and then A stories of 85 through 87. So we're going to have a 7 comic episode next time. Actually, for the next few, we're going to land on 7 because of the format and I had landed on. So,
yeah, well, these are all half comics.
That's why.
And actually, starting next week, we're going to be getting super short comics. Because next week is the beginning of the giant Tales of Asgard run.
Oh,
Oh,
that
yeah.
should be
Oh yeah, the
brilliant.
time after. Yeah, that's why those ones are. That's why it's so many sevens in a row.
Yeah, because they're all 5-page stories.
Mm-hmm. I forgot we were getting so close to that. That's good for the reading.
I thought we were coming up on the Giant Strange run, but I think we already did that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did the Giant Strange run. The end off Dictor's run. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Any other comments on your return episode, Dan?
where's your hat?
Where's yours?
Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Where's yours? You got yourself a
So,
Beetlejuice face mask or something, so we'll recognize you as a Newcastle fan.
certainly wouldn't have a Liverpool one.
You realize that as a Newcastle fan, you're now morally obligated to either drink one of those Beetlejuice Fantas
Go fuck
or the
yourself.
Oreo
Oreo Coke.
Oreo Coke every time we record.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta have it right there in front of you.
Got to get that black and white stripes in there somewhere.
That's right. What?
No, I'm not drinking either of those again.
Why not?
I didn't finish either of them.
That just proves that you're weak. You're a quitter.
Two
Yeah.
things. There's pizza out there if you want it.
Sure.
And the other one, you guys still have smokes.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, let me know when you're out.
Okay, man.
I want
Sorry,
pizza.
guys. No pizza for you. Manchester United fans get soggy biscuits. Because it rained and the roof leaks, so you get soggy biscuits. Sorry.
What about fish?
Soggy fish, too. And soggy chips. Go get your roof fixed.
We're building a new roof. Fuck you.
It was like the parting of the Red fucking Sea during the last rainstorm.
Bill, how would you like some chocolate creme?
Ryan's looking up Red Dwarf quotes and delivering them wrong.
He is.
Fish.
Today's fish is trout a la creme. Enjoy your meal.
Fish.
Today's fish is trout a la creme. Enjoy your meal.
I think on this note we ought to get out.
Oh, come on.
But,
well, remember, Red Dwarf is on the list of shows they haven't watched because it's good.
Yeah, that's right.
I watched a series in 2 episodes. Anyways, before I get any more judgment, let's get it. The good news is for anybody who accidentally stumbles on this podcast, we will hopefully be back to more regular schedule now.
Join us next week as it's hosted by just me and Dan.
Yeah.
Hijacking my podcast, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, we don't want to keep our fan waiting. How is your mom, by the way, Ryan?
Yeah, my parents know better than to watch this shit.
I'm sorry. That was
really good.
Couldn't help myself. Yeah.
If you enjoyed
Ryan's
this,
broken. We're off.
please leave a like, subscribe, comment, or share you would like to. We're available on
Let
Google
us know
Podcasts,
why your favorite villain is Dan's return.
Apple Podcasts, and of course Spotify. And I can't beat what Bill just said because Bill's an asshole and stole the. So I guess tell us why you love the Cosmic Cube so much. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see you all next time.
It's all squared away now anyway, doesn't it?
Oh, fuck off. Have a good one, everyone.
Peace out. Fucking hell. What a fucking train wreck at the end.